pawn.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so knight f3 is blockading things, but what are you going to do when we bring our king into the game? Looks like
Uh-oh.
Okay,
serious
just
problems.
hold on. King f2 on the board. I was about to
King
say
f2, king
king
c6.
c6.
Doesn't bishop f3 just win?
Doesn't
Bishop
win.
f3 takes king d6, king g3, king e5, king h3, king e4, and start chomping.
Yeah, we
I'm
have
not sure I'm
to calculate
complete.
that. One thing's for sure, if you make any kind of weakness here, like b3, like suddenly that line's going to be totally winning, right?
But it's black's move. It's
Yeah.
black's move.
So I
Doesn't
just
take
have to-
just win the game?
I apologize. I just had to. No, it's
Yeah.
white's move.
No, it's not.
Why just play king f2?
Oh.
It's
King
black's
F2.
I'm
move.
sorry.
King f2, yeah.
Why can't we just take on f3? The king and pawn looks winning.
Yeah. Bishop f3.
Bring the
Absolutely.
king. You go. I come. You take down. You come back one. I take, and your b2 is just going to drop.
You go king
Yeah, just keep going.
here and just keep going.
Oh no, hold on. I got to be careful. No, I probably need to play d4 myself. I probably need to play d4 actually at the very end.
But if that's the case and this is a little squirrely, why not just like wait a move? Because eventually, like white's going to have to let you play bishop f3 eventually. So Fabi actually played king c5.
Well, my worry is you'll move the knight and then I won't be able to trade or penetrate.
But if I move my king in, I mean, how are you going to hold on to everything, right? Like if I plant my king on d3 or something.
Well, I'm not going to let you. So I'm going to play knight. I was going to play knight h2. I hate that square, but knight h2,
Yeah.
and then put the king to e2. But there is a bishop.
I see.
There is a bishop b1 problem as well.
That's a good point.
And then
because-
king c4, king b3.
Yeah. Yeah. King c4 could be a really powerful move now. And note that he couldn't have played b3 to stop that, because then bishop f3, king f3, that entire variation would probably have been totally winning with the c pawn being so weak. So
Right.
king c4, king e2.
On the board.
Okay, but bishop b1 seems logical now.
Played.
And how does he stop? Whoa, uh-oh. What's this? Knight f3. His point is after the pawn drops, then what?
I don't know.
Knight d2 check.
Right? And then the king backs up.
a3 or something? But yeah,
do you
he
get?
did play bishop a2.
Yeah, so
Bishop
king
a2,
back.
Now king b5 or c5.
Oh, is he hoping for, no, b3 does nothing. There's no way that works.
I can't imagine. I mean, he could
There's
try
no way that
it.
works. I mean, but
Played bishop takes a2. We do have this position on the board.
King b5,
And
king
instead
f2,
of-
all on the board.
Yeah.
He's going after the pawn on h3 now, obviously.
Oops.
wait a second. The bishop is trapped on a2.
Of course. I don't know what you guys were.
What do you mean?
discussing.
Why is it trapped? Why can't I go back to c4?
Oh well, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're
then
going
I
to
go-
drop, your h pawn.
Right, and he's done it. He's done it. It's a draw.
This was
A5,
terrible
king
what he
g3.
did.
Oh.
He escaped. And look at this. The H pawn is gone.
He didn't have
Unbelievable.
time, like, okay.
Bishop f3 was an easy winning king and pawn endgame.
Unbelievable.
That is shocking.
Unreal.
shocking.
He blew this game.
And I see a head shaking going on there by Fabi as he recognizes he just let Wesley off the hook for absolutely no reason whatsoever. King takes a3. Now all Wesley's got to do is give up his knight for this pawn, and I'm sure he can do that very easily. Probably he should get his king on a dark square so that when you go knight to d6 to c8, you don't lose to bishop e6 check.
Unreal. I cannot believe
Let's just go back to
This
that moment
ending-
because it's just
But he thought he was stealing a pawn, but the problem is the bishop can never get back to defend h3 because knight d2 check prevents us from the b1 square. And
So-
bishop c4, bishop b1, f1 is also guarded by the knight on d2. Nice defensive idea.
nice when
Sorry.
you've been forced to, but look at this endgame. I think
He could have
here
played
it's critical.
D4.
D4 right here is the critical move because
Right.
you don't want him to be able to take. But now this end game, you're just faster. You have to take. King takes, and now look how the white king is 2 files away, and the black king is just going to snap everybody. We can check the tempo with king two.
This is completely.
Well, let's show it out. Let's show it out. Let's show it for the fans. King e6. Okay. King e6 in this position. King d3. King. Just keep going. Just keep going towards the pawn. He goes. He goes. Well, you're going to lose these guys if you start pushing them.
Okay.
You just lose them easily if you push them. Just go back and let's just chase the pawns instead. After king c2, king c7 takes, king moves. This is one tempo. Oh, sorry, dude. One tempo at the end. It looked cleaner than one tempo, but it was only one. But that's all you need. You know, you walk out of the room after you lose to a strong player, you go, man, I just lost by a tempo.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. We did see, by the way, knight d6, bishop check, king g3, king here. And I think Wesley just plays the move c4, which he has done. Again, all he's got to do is engineer the sacrifice of his knight for that pawn. And after c4, king b4 has been played. Is it time just to play king f4?
He did, and king c5.
Easy. All been played. Bishop takes c4. Now, all we've got to do is, again, give up this knight for this pawn. Knight check, king d4.
Fabi looks very disappointed indeed.
Unbelievable.
But I understand why he didn't want to calculate the pawning game because he was so low on time. He was hoping that maybe he would force white to, get one more weakness in and then be able to take bishop takes f3 and just win the game easily.
Yeah.
But missed this knight d2 idea.
The extra subtle move. That was what Magnus Carlsen did against Gary Kasparov. He played that extra finesse, rook f7, and it wasn't needed. And he just blew it. And that move.
The thing is, the mathematical win, when it's so clear, you have to hurry up and look at it. You just have to invest a little time because we all know if you trade down into a winning king and pawn ending, that's just it. The game is over. It's like ding.
Right.
So he just had to ferociously look. Don't play generalized chess. Ferociously look at the position and say, wait, don't let his knight go to h2 as much as we hated that square. Don't let it go over. Don't let it leave if you can just end its life right there and then. And
he only had 30 seconds, right? At that point. I mean, I know he's potentially, people say that calculation is his strength, that he's the #1 calculator in the world, but 30 seconds, if you make one little slip in your calculation.
But it didn't even look like calculation. It didn't even look like calculation. Once you got your king on e3, and the guy's king is all the way on the, on g4, you're saying, I'm the one with the inside position. But
the thing is, I don't even think he blew it with king c5. I mean, he didn't have to play bishop e1, bishop a2.
Maybe true. Maybe true. But now Wesley's going to survive this as you just can't get the pawn to move
easily.
It's just too easy.
Yeah, as I actually, I have some recall of doing something very nice where I put my knight to b5 and to c7. My knight was incredibly good on the c7 square. It just made sure that I would always be able to hunt down the pawn, like with a move like knight d5. And Wesley's doing it a different way. I would have put the knight on c7 myself, but that's okay. King d5, obviously big threat of king c6. Bishop b2 check, king d4. And again, the move still is knight c8. So, this looks like a easy draw.
What will the result for the day be? Was Levon in clear first?
Wait, Magnus. Oh God, no. Magnus was behind.
It seems to me that Levon should be in clear. Wait, Wesley, right? Because Wesley should be tied with Magnus after this round. Hikaru should be tied with them as well. So I think it's Levon by himself with a pack chasing him. Yeah. 3 rounds to go.
Right.
It's going to be quite a pack.
It is going to be quite a pack. The only pick from the commentators that will be in jeopardy will be Dominguez. who has faded after day one. But we're still in the hunt with our three pick, the three of us picking Magnus and Wesley. But
Exactly.
Levon surging with 3 wins is just extraordinary. We see there the
There it
draw is official, and Fabi has to be so disgusted.
Wow.